guys, Dower here. I'm going to bring you another video. We're working on the FXR again today because my stator needs replacing. Here's a quick look at what the Cycle Electric CE8999 Alpha 32 amp stator for the 84 to 98 Big Twins comes with. You got the stator itself, molded 2-wire plug, very nice condition. Rubber feels very good. The stator itself, made in the USA by Cycle Electric. I like that. Windings feel good. I like the epoxy here to make sure that we don't have any issue with our wires, main wires coming off. Everything feels pretty good. Comes with new bolts. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start walking through putting this in. Now your stator is located under your primary cover. So in my case, mid-controls, I'm going to have to pull this guy off here. I have to unbolt the peg here. But first, I need to go ahead and drain the oil. And you can see right here, my drain. I believe this is my drain plug. So I'll go ahead and get a drain pan under here and pull this out. We'll let it start draining out. We'll go ahead and take off our mid-control. Get our peg here out the way. That's just 2 bolts underneath to take this peg right out the way. Then we just go around, removing our bolts from all around. Take this off. So a couple other things we're going to need for this, of course. We're going to need our gasket set. This is a JGI 34901-85K Genuine James gasket. We'll also need some V-twin primary case oil, which you can see I'm using red line. And I am going to go ahead and change out my transmission oil because what the hell, why not? So we'll need these as well as our stator and just a small tool set. Our primary case is currently draining. We just pulled the drain bolt right out, let it drain. Now we'll work on taking our mid-controls out. Hey guys, Dower here. Oh man, I kind of already got everything apart. I'm going to show you guys this. I'm sorry I didn't go through and actually document how I actually disassembled this. Today's been a crappy day. Nothing with the bike. Everything came apart pretty easily on the bike, but trying to get all the right tools, the right sockets, and everything else. Let me show you what I mean. Alright, as you can see, I've got everything out. Yeah, that's a good stator. There's nothing wrong. That blackness, the black burnt area is supposed to be there, right? Well, anywho, what we got is the big nut for this takes a 1.5-inch socket and it's normal thread. Take it off just like you normally would. For the clutch basket over here though, that is a left-hand thread, takes a 1 3/16 socket. And I did not have a 1 3/16 socket. I had a 1 1/4, a 1 1/8, and a 1 1/2. So I had to hunt all over to find one. So here she is, fully disassembled. So you see the rotor here, my primary chain, which was loose, so it's a good thing I've got this all apart. Everything's just an oily mess. I need to sit down and clean everything, and that'll probably happen tomorrow morning. Here's the rest of everything. I'm gonna need a pair of snap ring pliers there to pop that out. Now as far as actually braking the nuts loose, what I ended up doing was having my wife actually stand on the rear brake. Well, I had this in 6th gear. Obviously, if you're stock, you'll have a 5-speed in it, but in 5th gear. And what a nightmare that was. Man, 24-inch breaker bar. I mean, I had to stand on, I'm 250 pounds, I'm a big guy, and I had to stand on it and break that stupid compensator nut loose. The clutch basket nut came off pretty easily. I was happy about that. But again, that's left-hand thread, so act like you're tightening it to make sure you know it actually breaks loose. Don't try to loosen it normally. That's righty-loosey instead of lefty-loosey. So, yep. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and pull that stator out. I've already got a new stator here. I'm debating if I want to take that inner primary cover off and go ahead and handle some other little bits while I'm in there. There's a shifter seal in there that's notorious for leaking, and it was a real pain. I'm already this far into it. I get a bad case of the might as wells, where I'm like, I might as well fix this while I'm in here. I certainly don't want to have to take it back down later for that. So tomorrow I'm going to take a run to Leesburg, down to Gator Harley, pick up a couple of parts there, and I think I'm going to go ahead and replace that seal and all tomorrow. So we'll see how it all looks tomorrow.